The Boy Who Shamed the Native Doctor. In the small village of Okpatu lived a native doctor named Odegwu. His shrine stood deep in the forest, draped with red and black cloth. Animal skulls grinning from the rafters, charms swaying like silent sentries. People feared him more than they feared the king. They said a single chant from his lips could kill a man, dry a woman's womb, or curse a family into ruin. Parents warned their children to keep far from his shrine and never whisper his name in jest. Even grown men dropped their gaze when he passed, cowries and rattles shaking at his side. To defy Odegwu was to invite death, but fear bends when fate pushes hard enough. In that same village lived Obinna, 16, son of a poor farmer. He wasn't tall or strong, but he carried something many adults had lost: courage. His father had refused to pay Odegwu a sacrifice for protection, and the land was taken. His mother fell sick, no herb bringing relief. Bit by bit, Obinna began to suspect Odegwu's so-called power was nothing but trickery wrapped in terror. One market day, the whole village crowded the square. Odegwu accused a woman of stealing charms from his shrine and demanded a public trial, swearing his gods would expose her. Villagers formed a wide, trembling circle. Obinna watched. He saw Odegwu slip a fine powder into the woman's palm before ordering her to speak. She screamed, collapsed, and the crowd gasped. "The gods have judged her," Odegwu roared. But Obinna's sharp eyes had caught the deceit. That night he lay awake, hearing his mother's cough in the dark, remembering his father's lost land and the shamed woman. Heat rose in his chest. The fear had to end. At dawn, Obinna strode to the king's palace. "Your Majesty, Odegwu is a liar." "Give me one chance to prove it before the people." The king's brow furrowed. "Boy, do you understand the weight of your words?" "I do," Obinna said. "Truth fears nothing." Intrigued, the king summoned Odegwu and announced a challenge. Before everyone, the boy would face the native doctor's powers. If Odegwu's magic was real, Obinna would fall. If not, the truth would stand. That day, thousands filled the square. Odegwu arrived in a red robe, chalk markings on his face, charms clattering with each step. He laughed. "Child, you wish to dance with death? My gods will feast on your blood." Obinna didn't flinch. "If your power is real, let your gods strike me now, without powders, without tricks." Gasps rippled through the crowd. Odegwu's eyes flickered. He raised his staff, muttered chants, spat on the dust, waved his charms. Obinna stood steady as stone. Minutes passed, nothing happened. A murmur rolled through the villagers. "Search his robe!" Obinna shouted. Guards rushed in, pulling charms, powders, and hidden objects from Odegwu's pockets. Among them lay the same powder Obinna had seen before. Holding it high, he cried, "This is his power, nothing but deceit." The crowd erupted. "Fraud! Deceiver!" Some spat at Odegwu's feet. For the first time, the feared native doctor trembled. The king rose. "Odegwu, your reign of fear ends today. You are banished from Okpatu." Guards ripped his charms apart, scattering them in the dust. Odegwu fell to his knees, voice cracking like dry wood. As he was dragged away, villagers hoisted Obinna onto their shoulders. The boy once overlooked had become the hero of Okpatu, his courage shattering years of fear. From that day, the shrine stood empty. Mothers told their children of Obinna's bravery, not Odegwu's terror. And Obinna, still young, became the living proof that lies, no matter how frightening, cannot stand forever.